Look at the way Patton approached, the armor units in World War II. Our tanks, couldn't compete with the Germans' tanks. They just couldn't compete. They looked at those tanks. They said, "There's just no way that a Sherman can compete with a Tiger. It's just not going to happen." Well, I know what we'll do. We'll build 5 times as many. So yes, that's an unbelievable achievement of American industry, an unbelievable achievement of the war effort back home, an unbelievable achievement of the engineers that were on the front line fixing those tanks. But what's the other side of that? It takes 5 Sherman tanks to take down 1 Tiger tank, so we're just going to produce 5 times as many. But think about all those tank units. What does that mean for the men inside those tanks? What does that mean? That means we have to put in 5 times as many people, and that when they go, we got to get a new unit out there. And it's very similar.
It's a totally different mentality than what we're accustomed to.
That's right.
And the way we think of war, and we think of sacrifice and casualties.
I think so.
Yeah, it seems to be a part of the culture, and it seems to be something they don't have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean, whether they have a problem with it or not.
That's probably not the right.
Probably,
expression.
yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. It's I've had one friend of mine. I can't use his name, but I've had him on the podcast a couple of times. From Russia, and he's Ukrainian, and his family's in Ukraine, sort of just telling us what's going on the ground and what the sentiment is in Russia at the time. And I think for a lot of people there who are able to sort of ignore the propaganda and look beyond it and try to get to the truth. He looks very much at his own culture and his own government as a cancer, and he looks at Putin as an absolute criminal, and he's saying that, he's risking his life by saying that, and how Putin deals with his political foes, and it's. I mean, even as I say this to you, man, it's my gratitude, to that place and to that culture, it's limitless to me. It's like I'm able to do what I love and feed my kids and have a family and I'm so grateful for it, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for there. And I'm just I don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know how it ends. I don't know how it works itself out. And I hate that.
How do they get objective information over there? How do they get past propaganda?
Yeah, so
it's all state-sponsored and state-controlled.
Everything, right? And again, look, I want to be. I'm no expert. I've talked to the people that I've talked to, and I know for this, for my one dear friend, he is able to access free internet, real internet, open internet, and that's how he's getting his information. But I don't think that that's an easy thing to achieve. And the contact with people in Ukraine, the disparity in what the propaganda and the national sort of news outlets are saying versus what people are saying on the ground, and then I think what was huge is this draft, that this was just supposed to be a military exercise, and then all of a sudden people are being called up. And look, it's a one thing I'll say about being there that really affected me as well is, I've been to so many countries, as I'm sure you have, and everybody has this sort of nationalistic, people love their country, people want to celebrate their country. In Russia, I'd never seen anything like it except for here. Are you a strong man? Okay, good, then you're a Russian man. You're a good. I played pro baseball while I was there, which is definitely not a big achievement at all. But you're a good baseball player. You're a Russian baseball player. You're a good actor. You're a Russian actor. I mean, it's just good and quality. It's and I think we have that as well. And I've never really quite seen that sort of unadulterated, just absolute. Love and reverence for their country.